This next 5-year window is when you don't go practical and safe. This is not the time to get the job mom wanted you to. This is the time to realize that you have a 5-year window, and it's 3 for some, it's 8 for others, but this is a 5-year window for you to attack the life that you want to win and go and travel and learn. Go and start that business that you've always wanted. Hook up with those 3 teammates and start that band you've always wanted. This is the time to be massively risk.
Okay, nice to meet you, Clement.
Hi, nice to meet you, Arnaud.
Great. Cheers.
Cheers. Nice chablis to start.
So, just could you please pitch yourself for maybe 20 or 30 seconds?
Yes.
What is Epicurio and who are you?
Okay. So Epicurio is actually a social marketplace in wine and spirit, where you can actually purchase from 3,000 labels through a website or through a mobile app, and you can also scan the label of the wine that you love, that you like, that you just tasted, to remember it or to review it and share it with friends. So that's the social part and the marketplace part of Epicurio. We started 2 years ago, launched a year and a half ago in Singapore, and now we develop in Malaysia and Hong Kong as well, where we have someone there full time for a couple of months already. Yes.
Okay. How many people in the team?
So we are 7 people right now in the team.
Okay.
Almost like 4 technical guys and rest in business development. On my side, I'm more like a fast learner, hustler. I started to work in 2010. I did a few companies, like 3 companies, 4 different jobs in 4 different countries.
Okay,
I realized that
where?
really wanted to, in India, mostly in Asia actually, and just 1 year in France, the rest all in Asia.
Okay.
And yeah, to realize that probably entrepreneur is the way to go for me, because it's learning every day, not only every year. So
okay. It's a good way. Okay. So you know the concept of the 5-year window?
Yes.
So what's your most epic moment of your 5-year window?
I would say that it's almost like 5 years of very great moments, very difficult moments. I would say one happy moment that I could mention would be the first time I moved to an office. The first Epicurio office was a great time.
I could imagine.
It was a great time, yes. I would say.
How was the sensation?
It's maybe 2 years ago, but the sensation is quite. You think that you have already started something, and you feel really working for your company. Then before you feel working for a project or an idea, and when you have the office, then you feel you work for a company, for your company.
That's cool. And so you said you already answered the question about what you did before. So you work for 3 companies in 44 countries?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. So why did you start Epicurio? Why did you start these startups? Why did you start this activity? What is the specific reason?
So I always wanted to kind of start a company. The last year of my master degree, I actually look at different ideas and all, but was not ready to go straight into entrepreneurial project directly after school. I wanted to kind of have the hands-on different project before, and then I realized that I love wine.
Where do you come from in France?
I come from Paris.
Okay.
So it's not very wine region, but travel. I study in Angers, so which is in the Loire Valley, and I have been always interested to drink good wine. So I started my own cellar quite young, actually, because my father had lots of spaces in his cellar. So then I tried to
That's really nice.
to get some wine that I like, some wines to age, some wines to drink at 18 years old, some wines to keep for later. And I still have this cellar in France, and I still manage it from Singapore. But yeah, that was the main thing. The second part is I wanted to have a digital project because I saw all this online thing, and I wanted to be part of it a bit more. And coming from engineering master degree, then you are not so much on the web, not so much on innovation. So,
and on the wine also.
And on the wine not at all, but on the side I would say we are on the wine. So yeah, so that was the great project for me to actually combine both and start it.
That's nice. So, what is your daily motivation in your project?
Daily motivation is growth, I think, and learnings.
Okay.
Yes.
Because you learn every day.
Yeah, it's we always say that we learn every day, and it sounds a bit boring as a speech, but it's not only learning. It's I mean the happiness comes from not the learning itself, but the fact that the next time we use this same learning, then we are happy to say, okay, I learned it, and I know I'm using it, and it's really optimized, and I know how to do it now.
Okay.
So this is exciting, and also being involved in so many different fields, being also in contact with very great people, successful entrepreneurs, people that can advise you on very technical stuff or specific on marketing, on many different aspects. This is really exciting.
Okay, that's perfect because the next question is related on what you just said. Who is the most inspirational founders for you?
I think so. I'm really getting insight and getting feedback, getting advice from many different entrepreneurs and non-entrepreneurs. The one I really like, who is I would say the most popular, is Gary Vee. He did yes, so he did lots of videos also online on the wine. I tried to replicate that, but it was very bad, so I stopped. But it was quite fun, so maybe sometimes later we will start this again. No, but it's great learnings. He's very straight to the point, getting the bad and the good aspect of the entrepreneurship, and that's the good advice.
I love his advice. Yeah, I watched many of his videos, and I really like this guy. I met him at the Web Summit in Lisbon. Yeah, really nice meeting. So, what is the most impactful book that you read about entrepreneurship and business?
I think it's the most.
The one you prefer.
I think I read one about the wine marketing, but that might not apply to everyone, which is very interesting and specific. Yes. I don't have the name of the author right now, but I can drop you the line below the video.
Sure. What's your aspiration for Epicurio for the next 2 years?
The inspiration, meaning like the next project, or
the next project, what you want to do.
So we have many plans. We want to mostly expand Epicurio in Asia, in other countries that the three we are in today, and one of the big challenge is to open bigger countries like China or like India. When we will be ready, or when the market will be ready. So meaning we will be ready for China, and maybe India will be ready to receive us in India as a market.
Just one question: Why did you choose Asia for the wine? Because it's a great market.
So I would say Asia is at the time we started was not yet very competitive online and still not yet very competitive online.
Okay.
Very interesting. I first picked Singapore because Singapore has an interesting aspect of having lots of wines available in Singapore from many different regions. We have wine here from all over the world. When if you look at Europe and mostly France, you will have only French wine available. You will have also lots of wines in the supermarket. So the behavior of French customer are more kind of really impacted by the supermarket, where here in Asia it's not really the case. And second aspect is starting a social media on wine in I would say countries which are too early in terms of wine knowledge and market and number of wines on the market. It's not really interesting for social media, where the idea is to actually share content, share discovery on wines that you can have in Singapore, that you might not have in Thailand, that you might not have in other places. So that's why we decided to start in Singapore, and then we are currently expanding in main markets in Asia, so Hong Kong, Malaysia. Following step will be Korea and Japan, and then later on will be China.
Great job. Last question.
Okay.
What's the best advice that you can give to a millennial who wants to create his own business?
I would say it's be prepared or be ready and have fun.
Okay.
It's maybe not the best advice, but it will be hard, so be prepared.
Okay.
And but it will be exciting. So it's actually, it counterbalances the fact that it will be difficult. And I think we should not hesitate too much. If we want to go there, there is not much risk that we take by actually trying. So try and have fun with it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Clement. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Boy, if you're lucky enough to be graduating today with not a fucking idea of what you're gonna do with your future, nobody's ever been luckier than you. Please recognize it.